Good morning. Hello, welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead, and I'm Stacey. If this is the first time we are meeting, and welcome back to all my lovely viewers. I really appreciate you spending time out of your day and coming and joining me. Today it is a stunning day. We've already started some dinner on a different video. I've just got a new Instant Pot, so you will probably see well, I'm not sure if this video will come out first or the Instant Pot video, but it's such a stunning day. There's no wind, so it means I can film outside, and I am desperate to get my garlic planted. So I have 3 bags of the Printnor garlic. I have 3 of just New Zealand garlic that I bought at the supermarket. I plant it all the time and it works out just really well. And then I've got some garlic, 4 other things of garlic from Grow Yours NZ, and I will link that in the description. And I've got 2 bags of the Printnor again, and they are mixed grade, so, and there's 3 bags, so there's 4 more bulbs. And the only other thing they had left was the early purple and mixed small grades, so they're probably going to be small bulbs, which is fine. And I've got 6 of those as well. So all in all, quite a bit of garlic to plant. It's probably not going to be near as much as I need, but I am going to try and feed my garlic this year, which is something that I don't normally do. Last year I did put wool around the garlic, and the wool that I put around, the 3 beds that I put the wool around, the garlic was far bigger than the stuff that I didn't put wool. I used wool dags actually, so it's got a little bit of sheep poo on the wool, and they call them wool dags, and I've got lots and lots of that, so I'm going to use them again as the same as last year. So anyway, I'm going to get ready for the garden, and I'll meet you out there. Current state of the veggie garden is everything's pretty much died down because it's winter, so there's a bit of weeds left. I've got a couple of potatoes that are popping up around the place, so I'll just leave them to carry on. Last year we had the garlic over in this area here. It got taken over by inkweed, and it's this inkweed and dock, and then it all dies down in winter. So there's lots of soil in that area there, and also the other garlic was down in this area. So there's lots of dirt. Husband needed to bring the tractor through here, so unfortunately a couple of the boxes that I had got broken, but he needed to get to the gutters, so he needed to bring the tractor through. The knees aren't perfect, but they're as good as they're going to get for me for now, and so I've just got to work with what I have. This year I have a huge goal to do as many plant as much veggies as I can, and just make this garden and the other one that I've got in the paddock as best as it can be, and bring you lots of gardening content, because I actually do know quite a bit about gardening, and I'd love to share what I do know, but the last few years have just been, it's just health-wise it's been horrible. So anyway, I thought I might put the garlic down over in this area behind me. In the past I've had like 300 strawberry plants over here because it gets really good sun, but I don't know, I think I want to put the garlic there this year. So it's going to be a bit more work for me, and it is what it is. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to get done today, but we will try and put some beds along there, and yeah, we'll see how we go, see what we get done. You know, doing something is better than not doing anything at all. And yeah, I just need to I need to learn to work within my limitations. All right, enough of that jabber jabber, and yeah, we'll just get to I'm going to use this rake and rake as much of the dead grasses and stuff and the inkweed and that out of the way, and then I will bring the garden boxes over, and then I'm going to I'm going to bring some of that beautiful soil from these beds and put it into the boxes over here, and then we can just plant out the garlic, and then of course I need to bring the wool dags over, but I might even wait and put that on the around the garlic once they start popping up. So I guess by the end of the video we'll see what I ended up doing. You're going to hang out with me today? Do a bit of gardening? Are you, Trix? Hello, my girl. You love spending time in the garden with me, don't you? Hey? You sitting in the sun? Hey? You sitting in the sun? My sun-loving girl. Again, just watching Mama work. She knows that I'm talking about her, so she's like, Mum, are you talking about me? Yes, I am. Right, I've got everything sort of moved from along that fence line to about that, just along there. I'm not sure how many garden beds I'm going to need, but I'm now going to just rake the area, and then I'm going to put the little beds down. I did them too high last year, like too high as in two garden beds high. I'm only going to do them one, so I won't have to grab as much soil, but yeah, that'll just cut down, and plus it means that I've got some more wooden beds. Alrighty, back to work. So there's an archway there, and those two big, just there and there, is two more raised garden beds that have asparagus in them. So I need to chop those back and weed that desperately. And then we'll just work on this area here. So I'm just loosening up the soil around where the bed's going to go, so that I've got a little bit more soil in the actual bed area, but also because I want to make some paths, and I don't want good soil in the pathways. I will lay weed fabric down and use the gravel that I've already started using, because that's what I had on hand and it was free. And then eventually I'd like to get to wood chips, but we're too far out to get wood chips, so yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to keep going. Went and got my shovel. I'm just going to carry over bucket loads from over last year's area, fill this up. So I've got lots of lovely wool in the soil that's breaking down, so that's good. I'm trying to get out any cooch weed or grass, but it is a weed. But unfortunately my wheelbarrow has a flat tyre, so I'm going to have to try and figure out how to fix it, because it would be so much easier if I could use the wheelbarrow. Garlic doesn't need too much of a soil depth. They have fairly shallow roots, so I think I might just do one more and that will be it. Save my back, and then we're going to have to put something over the top to stop the cats and any rogue chickens. So one bed down. It's taken me a little bit, but slow and steady wins the race. I'm going to put down maybe another four beds. Come here. Another 4 beds. I'll start with 4 and see how we go, and I will probably do 3 to 4. I'll probably intense garden them a bit more than what I normally would, just so that I can utilise some space. What ideally I would like to do is go to the wool shed and get some sheep manure from underneath the wool shed, because it's nice and dry, and put a load of that in there as well. But what I might do is once the buggy's back, I will go and take a couple of big buckets and just put them on top after I've planted. Yeah. So keep doing the beds. the path ends just there, so if I can try and keep it within this bit here would be good. So this is the early purple variety, and as I said, they were the small cloves. Unfortunately, that's all that was left, small bulbs I should say. So all you do is take them away from the bulb and you plant each clove, leave the paper on. So you want that side down and the pointy side up, and then just cover with about that much soil. So yeah, so they're quite small, but hopefully what I'm hoping to do is save some of this garlic, the bigger bulbs, for next year, so that I can grow my own and they just get bigger and bigger bulbs. Otherwise I'll try and order them earlier when they've got the large ones, but for now this will do. So I'm just going to pull the cloves apart and we'll plant the early early purple. I've got 3 beds down so far, and we'll see how many beds this takes up. As I said before, I am going to intensely plant them, only because I know I'm going to feed the garlic and I'm going to mulch the garlic, and yeah, I think I can get away with planting them a bit closer than what's recommended. Yeah, so 3 garden beds down. I think I'm going to need at least 2 more. But the other thing that I can do is I do have another garden bed that I could put them in where there's no prep work that I need to do. I can just bung them in a couple of rows and just cover them so that the animals don't scratch them up, and call it a day. So I may even do that. Yeah, I might even just do 4 garden beds. So yeah, we'll carry on and we'll plant these up. Alright, so I've got this many. Quite a few of them had rotted, unfortunately. That's quite disappointing, but I did find something exciting out, and that is that this garlic, the early purple, I will look it up online, but I'm pretty sure it's a hardneck variety because it still had a very dry stalk in the middle, and I've not planted hardneck varieties before, so I'm going to have some garlic scapes, so that is super, super exciting. So I think that's enough for probably 1 bed, so we'll plant that first bed. Right, to get some straight lines, I'm just going to make up a quick, got a couple of sticks, and I'm going to tie this baling twine to the 2 sides, slug there. Sorry if you can hear a dog barking, it's a neighbour's dog way in the distance. Okay, so you can do 1 or 2 ways. You can just draw a line like that, which I probably will do for today for these small beds. If you're doing an in ground, put one end and then the other at the other end, pull it tight, and then you've got a straight line that you can use. But because they're such small beds, I'll probably just do like that. My dog's chewing on a stick behind you, so you may hear some chewing in the background. I'm going to do 4 rows. So pointy end up. I think I've caught these just in time because some of them are feeling a bit soft. But on the whole, the size of the bulb's not too bad, which is good. Is going to be the perfect amount for the early purple. There's a couple of really tiny cloves. I'll plant them anyway. There's 3 tiny little cloves left, so I might just put them in the side here. And if they come up, they come up. So now I'm just going to come along and cover them. and I will put some sheep manure over top and then put some sheep dags over top that. They should come up through the sheep dags. On to the next one. Okay, I've just seen on the back there's a bit of a write-up. So it says it's the early purple's hardy and 160 to 200 days, and then the I think it's called Printanor. It says the same harvest, so I'm not sure why it's called early purple, because it says it's the same, and it's also hardy, which is good, but it doesn't give me the information whether it's a soft neck variety or hard neck. But I'm pretty 100% sure that the early purple was a hard neck, because here's the Printanor and there's no hard stem there, so these are soft. So as a point of reference, these bulbs are way bigger than those early purple. So I've got 6 of these. I'll pull them apart and then we will plant the next garden bed. I got a whole big one for this one, and I just put aside the really big cloves, and the smaller ones I'm going to put in a different garden, a different area. So just save these garden beds for what could be the really good producing ones. So again, I'm just going to do 4 rows. I think I only did 3 rows last year, so it'll give me a little bit more space. Tell you what, the soil temperature is quite warm. So we'll just plant all these. I've got far more garlic than what I thought I was going to have, so I'm very happy with that. It just means that I will have to find another spot. Baby piggies. Hello little piggies. Hello little babies. Num nums. Oh, that lovely grass. Hello little piggies. It's almost time for dinner. You better not find my veggie garden, seriously. Bye. They just graze away on beautiful grass, and they unfortunately are starting to root up some of the paddocks as well, looking for worms and grubs. But they're doing really well. I also, just along the bottom of the arch trellis there, popped in some sweet peas, and they will train up the side of this, so that'll be quite nice as well. Our winter has been so mild, I think they'll be just fine. Excuse the lighting, afternoon sun. So we in total did 4 beds, and I grabbed the biggest bulbs and planted them in these 4 beds here. the rest of the bulbs because I still have quite a few bulbs. There's about between 30 and 40 per bed in those little beds. The beds are actually quite a bit bigger. It's quite misconceiving. Yeah. So there's about 100 to 120 actually about 150, probably around about 150 in those 4 beds. And I've got a whole heap of smaller cloves that I am going to put into a different area because this is prime garden. Well, hopefully it'll be prime garden. But I will do that another day because my back is killing me now. And as I said, I'm just going to top dress these with some dried well-aged sheep manure, and then I'm going to put the sheep wool dags on top and then just let those come up. So that's it for one day in the garden. Yay! Garden 2024 is on its way. I'm super excited. Fingers crossed, touch wood, no more injuries that stop me from achieving what I want to achieve this year in the garden. So thanks for joining me, and I will leave a link to last year's garlic harvest and planting in case you want a more in-depth look at how last year's did. And yeah, hope to see you on the next one. Alright, bye for now.